Hello, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And today, I need my glasses because I'm going to be reading stuff. We're going to talk about a couple different things. I'm reviewing, this is part one of part two of breaking this book down, The Witch's Way to Wealth. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because I haven't quite finished the book yet. And there's a good, I mean, this is a pretty big book, and the print is relatively small, so there's a lot of information in here. So I kind of want to take it in sections on where I've gotten so far. So I'm about just almost a third of the way or close to halfway through the book. And I wanted to kind of weigh in because there's so much being mentioned here. So I like the book so far. I want to just, let y'all know that. Like, I don't, part one, the nature of money. Well, the preface starts with what magic really is. The introduction, yes, I know this book is weird. So for those who might, not really fully embrace witchcraft and understanding or just magic, this might seem weird. So I like the way her name's Jessie De Silva. I like the way that she writes this book. It feels very approachable, conversational almost. The way she's talking, she speaks in a way that it's informal. You don't feel like you're being preached at. It doesn't feel like a dry book where you're not really, you're reading it, but you're not absorbing the information. So she speaks. There's humor and things like that in here. So I like that. But she does a good job in the first few pages of the book, kind of just breaking down the energetic nature of money. I like a lot of what she has to say about that, and how money is just a tool. And I love the examples that she uses about that, because when we're talking about manifesting, let me fix this. When we're talking about manifesting money, when we're talking about trying to bring in abundance, prosperity, things like that. I think sometimes people get a little jammed up on this and says, well, why is it working for other people? Maybe the way you're teaching me doesn't work, or maybe what I read about, it doesn't work for me. So therefore it doesn't work. But, and she gets into that in a good part of the book. Hi, Gemstones. She gets in that in a good in the beginning of the book, where she's talking about like everything from limiting beliefs. Yes, we're aware of that. But if you truly feel like money, people have been taught that money is, why am I getting messages? Money is the root of all evil. We have a lot of systems that teach that, or the people within certain communities teach that sort of stuff. Or like, it might not be that direct. It might more be a conversation about like, oh, you hear how your parents talk about or you, your own views that you decide if you're willing to take a look at it on billionaires. Like, I know I shop at Amazon, and I hate that I'm giving Jeff Bezos my money, but the system is kind of rigged where if you want your stuff, you're kind of backed into a corner with the whole Amazon thing. But, it's like, oh, this one person shouldn't have all this wealth. The connection keeps getting stuck. Oh no. What about now? It says it's good here. Huh. It says, yeah, excellent connection. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Everything on my end, let me look at my router in the background. My router, because my router's in a room with me. That seems to be fine, so I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully this gets worked out. My eyelashes is hitting my glasses. I hate when I wear eyelashes and try to see at the same time. Ooh, I have some new glasses coming. I'm quite excited about that. They're like a bigger, I think they'll be bigger than this, more cat eye and a pretty pink color. Lost the sound. Huh. I have the volume up. Can you hear me now? I want to make sure I didn't hit my keyboard while I was talking and threw this whole thing off. Maybe it's, yeah, because everything is saying excellent connection. Okay, so it's in and out with the sound. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's happening, but I will hopefully. It's okay now. Okay, good. So she really gets down to get into the nitty gritty of like really identifying how you feel about money. A good amount of this book is talking about, in the beginning anyway, your thoughts on money, if you have limiting beliefs. And then she does start to get into a little bit more of the magic. A lot of it, because a lot money stuff is psychological for a lot of us. That's why if you try to bring in the magical, but you haven't reconciled your real thoughts about money, it might not work. Like money trickles in. Um, Something she has here about witching 101. She was saying that the importance of the moon in performing spiritual rituals or casting spells, including money work. Follow the moon phases. This is a very good breakdown, by the way. I definitely agree with this myself. And then there was another section where she was talking about the truth is that you can turn anything into a spell as long as you follow 3 general steps. So this is what she says: align your intentions, embody them deeply, and take inspired action daily. I can get with that. I mean, I say a little bit more, but I can get with that. And then she breaks down these 3 steps about, first, there's manifesting money for the first time. Second, there's keeping manifested money. And then finally, there's manifesting more money after you've hit your glass ceiling. And she explains that. And I think that's interesting because not all of us, I'll use myself as an example. I'm not in a position where I'm doing money magic or casting spells for money, like to pay my light bill. Knock on wood, I'm not in that position. I'm not in that position. So for me, it's more like road opener spells. I'm casting spells to sort of abundance, even flow, that sort of thing, because I'm already in the energy that I already have enough. I have more than enough. I have I used to struggle with that because I'm like, I want to have this money. I want to do these things, but I don't physically have it. It was hard for me to like see my bank account. Let's say I had $200, but what I need and what I want to do requires $2,000. And I'm just looking at this account like it's hard to be saying, oh, I have all that I need. I don't have all that I need. You don't have it. So it's kind of hard to do that. She kind of talks a little bit about that as well. And then she gets into the science of magic in chapter 3, which I thought was a pretty good. She starts talking about quantum physics in an approachable way for the most part. I'm going to just read a little bit to kind of give you an idea of how it goes. She said, let's start with the basics and work our way up. You probably remember the lesson on matter from grade school. Quote, matter is the stuff that makes up everything in the universe, end quote. Right? Okay. Everything that contains matter is made up of atoms, which contain protons and electrons, a nucleus, and even smaller parts called quarks and leptons. What makes up the difference in how matter is arranged is how many atoms are packed together and how close they are to each other. So the fundamental difference between solids, liquids, gases is the density of those atoms. So far, so good. This very elementary explanation so far. I like the way she's just making it very simple. Think of it like a party. Solids are packed clubs with sweaty people grinding up on each other with a line out the door where the bouncer can only let people in as others leave. Liquids are more like a fundraising gala where there's a great turnout and people mingle from an appropriate distance while sipping on wine. Gases are like when introverts hang out by independently scrolling social media and texting each other memes from across the room. All that to say that everything we see and everything we are is made up of the same universal material, just in different forms. That means that your body and mind are composed of the same materials as stars, dirt, elephants, even this book or device you're holding right now. What allows us to see our seriously? Anyway, what allows us to see our experience, what allows us to see or experience the different forms of matter, or not just those little building blocks, but the rate at which they vibrate and how we experience those vibrations. Again, very straightforward. I love this. Remember the parties. There's a big difference between bumping and grinding at the club and an introvert's night in. So you just gonna keep making noise? Okay, just anyway. And it goes on and on, but like just that brief and like detail, I don't know. I thought that was really helpful for some people to take something, and I mean it goes into a lot further, but just that introduction to that to me was like on point, and I like the way she explains it. She goes into biology and regular old physics, and then neuroscience is very straightforward. She's referencing, I think, a scientist in here as well. She also talks about epigenetics, which is the study of genes inherited between generations, which actually is a really good topic when you're talking about witchcraft in my mind. But yeah, just knowing that every person is born of one egg cell and one sperm cell means that everyone has had 4 genetic grandparents, 8 great grandparents, 16 great great grandparents, 32 great 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 grandparents, and so on. If you trace any person's ancestral lines, you'll see they're descended from 12 ancestral lines and 4,094 ancestors over the course of 400 years. What does your search say? Oh, my friend gifted me this. I think it was last year. I match energy, so go ahead and decide how we gonna act. I got a kick out of this. Sure, when she sent it to me. I match your energy, so go ahead and let's decide how we're gonna act, basically. So, because however you act, that's how I'm gonna act. So if you want to experience how you're treating me, go ahead. But anyway, yeah. So, and then there's a section, the witchy form of epigenetics. So it says here. Since focusing a lot of my business around magic and manifestation, I found a version of this in nearly all of the witchy spiritual clients I've met over the years. The Witch Wound. There's a book out right now, right? You said it's cool. Yeah. The Witch Wound. Isn't there a book? I think there is. The term witch wound refers to the pain that everyone who identifies as a woman or a spiritual person carries from the witch trials. It's based on the theory that the souls of those who lived during that time reincarnated into developed nations in modern age when practicing witchcraft and exploring spirituality outside of Christianity. Why can't I talk? Christianity no longer comes with a high risk of death. At their core, the witch trials were a mass femicide in Europe and the Americas that peaked around 1600s. I want to get back to this witch moon thing, what she was saying. What I've found is that the fear of that time in history runs deep in our souls even now and usually shows up in 4 ways. Okay, and she breaks that down. Now, I don't know about the witch trials, but here's what I would say on this note. We know from a scientific point of view that, and well, she talked about epigenetics, trauma is passed down. That's been proven. Trauma can definitely be passed down. So when you're talking about fear, this is something I know I think about as a woman first and foremost. Because sometimes I wonder about human behavior in general, like why do we do certain things that we do? I think about this sort of stuff and I like to kind of do a little deep dive. So as a woman, first and foremost, as a witch, 100%, I'm thinking about that as well. Like how much of who I am came from ancestors who practiced as a witch. I'm doing some ancestral magical type work right now. So I'm finding out a lot about that, by the way. One thing that my ancestors are coming through to me about is working with the element of water more, and I'm basically trying to do that. It's been a very interesting thing being led this way, in a way that I've not been led this directly with an ancestor. And I'm basically being schooled on new ways of working magic, specifically with water. Um, and it's ancestral and it's really cool. But anyway, so I think about that sort of stuff. And then I think about the traumas of um, my as a black American, so being here of African descent, and the trauma from the transatlantic slave trade. And I think about the trauma because I have um, European ancestry, and I think about the trauma because no, there's actually someone who does talk about it. There's a sociologist out there. She's got like a PhD or something. I forget her name right now. Joyce something. I can't remember, but she talks about post-traumatic slave disorder, and that's not just like a black people thing. Like it's affected white people as well, and it's why things are the way they are now. And it's a great she did a like a seminar type thing on it, and I watched it online. It was really informative. But it definitely affected people of European descent as well, because it was teaching, she was saying like to be less empathetic to like people with more melanin in their skin, and over time what that looks like, and all this sort of stuff. And even then, like, there had to be some sort of absence of like seeing humanity in people in order to do certain barbaric things. But anyway, and the ongoing trauma, and how the world has not healed from that, which I believe is true as well. And it's an unhealed wound, along with all the other traumas on top of it, and atrocities that are happening. And a lot of us are not just one thing. I know that about myself. I'm mixed up of some different ethnicities as well. And I think about what else am I experiencing, that's in my DNA, that maybe we talk about being triggered, and I'm triggered about it. Now take all of that. Now, what do I think about money? What do I think about my ability to earn money, make money, have money, spend money? Not to mention just the way I've been socialized about it. That's been a lot of like shadow work for myself. One of my biggest issues, and I believe she talked a little bit about this, is this idea of like keeping money. I used to have this feeling, okay, let's say everything went well. I got a windfall of money. This has happened. More money. I know more money is coming in, but I had this sneaky suspicion the rug was going to be pulled out from under me at any moment, and I wouldn't be able to enjoy it. This topic is near and dear to my heart because I had talk about this a lot with other people, and it's so much to it. And a lot of us, you got to be willing to do the work, especially if you're casting spells for money and it's not going anywhere. You really kind of, that's an opportunity to at least, if you're not gonna write it down, at least answer the questions out loud to yourself on what are your views about money. Is it that something that other people get to have, and maybe you have to work for everything you have? I had a friend years ago say that comment. I know for anything I have, I'm gonna have to work for it. And I'm like, that is powerful magic to cast on yourself, to say that for anything I have, anything that comes my way, I'm going to have to work hard for it. It's not going to come easy to me. People say stuff like that, and they're thinking they're being realistic. They really know how life works. So y'all, words are powerful. Don't talk like that. I know one of the things I stopped saying is, oh, I can't afford that, or, oh, I'm broke, or even identifying with that. You don't hear me talk like that. Because I'm not. And I know, and can I afford that? And it's like something where for me, I've gotten into the habit over some time of thinking, well, technically I can afford that. I would just be using most of my resources of my money to pay for that. And then it doesn't leave potentially enough to pay for the things I might need or other things I want. So can I afford it? Yes, but I don't want to divert all of my funds to that. But if it's something I really want and it does have a high price tag associated with it, well, that's something I'm going to manifest and bring into my life. But I'm not going to be thinking about how I can't have it, Anyway, So that was all of part one, which is really kind of like a deep dive of you trying to understand a little bit more like your thoughts about money, and understanding where your ideas about money may be coming from, and kind of just giving an overview of like how magic works and so forth. Then there's part two on how to manifest money. um this is where I'm kind of still like there in this section here. Magic and mindset, walk into a bar. I love the titles of these sections, it's so cute. But I'm gonna leave it here, and I'll get to the rest of this. I'll have this all wrapped up by next week. But yeah, so far so good. I would definitely suggest, if you were interested in this, so far so good. Like, I'm liking the tone of the book. I'm cool with the pacing. Like I said, she's got some humor, and it's kind of fun to read. It's an easy read. So that's The Witch's Way to Wealth. And I want to get into the next thing. Seasons of the Witch. Forgive my nails, I'm about to get them done this weekend. Seasons of the Witch, Mbach Oracle. So at this point, I realize I'm just a collector, and I'm collecting all of them. Lorraine Anderson and Julia Diaz. I love these two women, by the way. I support like their work and what they're putting out there. I love them. So there's that. But let's get into these cards. So I've already kind of looked, because I couldn't contain myself, look through, but this is what the inside of the box looks like. So cool. The back of the box. I'm a sucker for packaging myself, but like, I love it. So in bulk. So you have a book that comes with it. The book is in color. That's something that I like. You put that on your wish list. Okay, cool. Do you mean the cards or the book? I think you mean the cards. So let's flip through the cards. So there are a total of, how many cards are in here? I just be doing stuff. I don't even be paying attention. 44. Oh, another thing I want to talk about this, and I don't think I mentioned it before, about the Seasons of the Witch Oracle cards, is that they all come with this. This is from the publisher, Rockpool Oracle. Okay, I've actually used my phone, and they'll tell you here, go to the Play Store, download the install, and then you'll be able to access additional materials and stuff like that. Reading cards and other stuff. They also like usually offer free readings and all that sort of stuff. Oh, the book. Okay, cool. You should. It's good. I think it's good. Some information you're going to know. Some stuff is nice as a refresher, and other stuff is just kind of making you think through a new lens, which could be refreshing for casting new spells for money. So let's get into these cards. So we have Amethyst. I love these cards. I'm going to tell you all that right now. Angelica. I'm going to go through some, not everything. Antlers. This, by the way, Antler says, allow the magic of who you are to be seen by the eyes you keep. You are enough, my dear. Take ease in receiving. Here, here. So typically you would be breaking out, I mean, you can use the cards whenever you want, but you'll be breaking them out around like early as late January, February. Aquarius. Look at the Aquarius card. I'm trying to keep this glare off, but I see that's not going to happen. All right, so this is Aquarius. Aquarius says, all are capable of dreaming, but it is those who surrender to vision who are visionaries. Arts and crafts, which I'm loving. I'm noticing they took a different approach than Samhain with the cards, and even Yule. Look at this. Banishing ritual, or bathing ritual, excuse me. And this says here, with you, water spirit, I wash away what no longer serves me and drink in spells that call for healing. Oh, I think this would be good if just having this card as you work, maybe some spells, like self-love, healing spells, stuff like that. That's probably good. Black bear. Blackberries. And this says, there is no weaving with existence when you ignore the presence of spirit within itself. Within self. Oh, excuse me. Bloodstone. I'm gonna skip ahead. Oh, wait. Bridget. Oh, my God. Look at this card. Ooh, let me look at this card. This is Bridget. Oh my God, I love this card. I love the way it looks. So she's got like, there's a snake. There's some other elements out here. She's cauldron. May the serpent wake, bellowing with the rising flame and beckoning the wisdom that awaits your return. Okay, and then Bridget's doll. So we have this. So they're holding a doll up here. And it says, thread by thread, I weave my desires, working as one with the source of creative power. Ooh, that's nice words. So I'm going to jump ahead a few cards. Forged in fire. Like, isn't this a nice looking card? I think so. Forged in fire. Your strength was crafted through adversity, a mastery only you hold. I like that. Garlic. I didn't know exactly what these cards would look like, but garlic. It is unwise to walk beyond the boundaries you have yet to expand on. Protection among all else. First of all, you seeing the blue gilded, like, isn't that nice? I'm impressed. Then we have rosemary bread. Rosemary bread. Sacred space. I love the colors. I love that blue. Self-ceremony. Create the visions you desire. Take action in the plans that lead to fulfillment. I love this card. You got right, the Bridget's doll, right? And then serpent. Look at that. This is a beautiful card, by the way. I like this. Slither through and out as you shed in preparation for a new beginning. Snowdrops. Check this out. And then snowflakes. These cards have such interesting titles. I know, right? And then let's look at Swan. This is Swan. Swan says, I am everything I seek, the one I am meant to trust above all else to create one of the strongest loves within my lifetime. Wow, here. Weather divination. This is the card. Weather divination. And it says, I trust in what I feel, for what I feel are signs to pay mind to. Winter besom. Winter besom. Ooh. Sweep away all intent while creating boundaries weaved with protection. Ill intent. A witch respects passages of safety. I don't know why I'm struggling with these words. Winter woodlands. That looks like a winter woodlands. I like that. Take time to honor what you feel. Self-compassion is the healing balm you desire. So these are just some of the cards. This blue is like wintry blue. It's so, you know what? I'm looking forward to using these cards. I have the Yule cards and I love using those. If you didn't know, I offer monthly subscriptions of what I call tarot oracle moon readings. They are delivered to your email. Head over to leaptaken.com and check that out. It's a monthly subscription. It's relatively inexpensive for very deep meanings to help guide you through the new moon and the full moon. And I use a combination of tarot and oracles, and for the same cards. And you also get a spread and a reading. So you'll have something to add to your grimoire or book of shadows, as well as your personalized reading. And I suggest you keep those in a book, for you to have. So it's all in really beautiful paper. But I like to use those cards because I'm using them with myself and clients, but I like to use like Yule, around Yule, and things like that. Let me get that out of here. I like to use those things as well because, I don't know, I feel like it's in the right energy, but seeing these, I kind of look forward to using them. I love this. Like, this is perfect for winter. Just like that month after Christmas, Yule is great, but like going into January, February, March, it's still winter until it's not. There's not really that much information about it. It feels as though you have to work it out yourself. Yeah. So the book is pretty cool. They teach you about, like most books that come with oracle cards. Interview your deck spread to get to know the season of the witch. So there's a spread for that. They're using an embossed cross spread. I like to see what kind of spreads they, Aquarius spread, candle dressing spread, kind of like that. Coming of spring spread, because think of this, the time frame. And coming of spring spread, let me tell you, it's 5 cards. So it says card 1 would be, what energy am I experiencing now? Second card, what is the biggest learning lesson from my most recent challenge? Card 3, what is something I can look forward to? Card 4, how will I know my spring cycle has arrived? And card 5, how can I develop more hope and faith in the meantime? Okay, rosemary bread spread. This is something, these names are getting very close to kind of how I create new spreads every month for the full moon and the new moon. And also if we're like doing a Mercury in retrograde and some eclipses as well. But yeah, for the monthly moon readings that I do, and I do get very creative. I take a lot of creativity and creating custom spreads. Sacred space spread. Look at this. So you have 8 cards. Okay. Self-ceremony spread. This is the last one. So pretty cool. And then they get into the cards. So remember that first card I said, amethyst? I just want to give an idea from the book, like what you're getting here. So for amethyst, the key words are intuition, spiritual connection, stress relief. And, you know, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but there's 2 pages worth of information on here. But connecting with cosmic intelligence has no useful power if you are unwilling or unmotivated to act upon this gift of wisdom. Trust that your intuition is correct and will guide you to the right outcome. While it may not be easy, there is a way out of your circumstances because deep down, you know what to do even if you don't want to do it. Okay, that might be a fun card to get. Not so much. I don't know. Whenever I get a card, it's like, you really know what to do. It's like, well, if I knew what to do, I wouldn't be coming to you. But I take it in stride because that happens to me personally. So this is the Seasons of the Witch in Bach Oracle. I thought they were cozy, warm, and magical looking. And I want to show you the other thing that I got. And this was recommended to me by one of my coven sisters, Rich Witch, a Witchy Money Vision board book. So this is the back. So this is more from Crypto Witch. So it's definitely feeling like, okay, let's get into the book. It says you can use this book in a multitude of ways. One recommendation is to sit in a sacred space and answer the journal prompts on the back page. Then you can incorporate your writing and authentic intentions into your vision board once you cut out your elements out. So I haven't used it yet, but because I wanted to show, but like, so you have like your prompts will be here and they have these images. Now, this is being used. I've seen people use this in different ways. Some people have actually put their own pictures in here and kind of use this book and adding like kind of gluing in pages and stuff like that. But like, here's a prompt, okay? And it says, how can you prioritize joy, creativity, and fun in your life as a way to attract more abundance and good fortune? So you would be, I guess, writing that here, and you have your vision things to look at here. If you don't like these, you can always put another image over top, I guess, or you could be cutting these out, which I find it odd that you'd be cutting them out because look, so we're on this page, right? These images, and the next prompt is here. I don't know if you're supposed to write in this book or use this someplace else. I'm not really sure, but that's okay. I'm going to read the next prompt. How can you practice generosity and gratitude to create a positive flow of abundance and prosperity in your life? So that's a great journal prompt. Now, what I'm thinking is I would probably use the images and add them to my own book, or I could just work this one as well and just put new images on top. Like I like the images here. I like these money images. I am a money magnet. So, you know, like I said, this was recommended to me. And I thought it looked interesting, so I wanted to give it a try. So I think how I'm going to use this is I'm probably not going to physically write on here because it's like glossy paper, and whatever pen I use, it might smear a little bit. So I'll probably either type or write on another piece of paper and just tape it on here. And I'll probably add different imagery and things like that to what's already here and kind of work this book that way. So yeah, if you were looking to manifest a little bit. Now, before I get to the Witch's Root box, y'all know I love my planning stuff, paper crafts. So let's talk about what I was able to pick up. And it was all on sale, which made it even more exciting at Michael's. And I still have a reward with Michael's. I didn't even use, so I feel like I'm still winning. So first of all, I got these. I'm going to be, well, if you watch my planning videos, I'm going to be incorporating some of this. So this is just some stickers for like painting and art. This is kind of giving cottage vibes, cottage core vibes. So, and then this is for books and stuff like that. Definitely, you know, reading, and I'm going to be using with the idea of writing as well. And then we got some, these are the Happy Planner sticker books for your planners. I believe these are newer. So these were on sale. I do not pay full price. These were marked down. I forgot to how much, but it wasn't very much. And these are all Christmas. So I'm going to be using this. It's all Christmas. They're both Christmas. It's Christmas. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is definitely, I'm going to be using this. And a planner that I kind of really need. First of all, look at the new way Happy Planner does this. They, remember it used to stick on there? It doesn't stick. It does like this. I think that's cute. Anyway, but this is a budget planner. It says a penny saved is a penny earned. But I use Happy Planner's budget planner because it's really colorful, which you want, you know, talking about your money and stuff like that. You want it colorful. I seem to be really money focused this week. I didn't even make this connection, but obviously that's the energy I'm in because I have so many things associated to money. I'm not even doing this on purpose. But yeah, so let me just show you real quick if I can. All right, so we're not just gonna open, okay. It's hard to show, but yeah, so it's like you have your dashboard when you first start over here. Unexpected spends, important, and then like take note. Honestly, I use the monthly. I use the monthly. And I use some of the other pages here for weekly expenses. You write down when I'm trying to track certain things, but I definitely need to keep track of like what's due, who, what. I'm no longer in a mindset where I can just remember. I don't want to. It's too much to try to keep track of and to remember. So I basically just check things off on the expenses page. I sort of write down what actually got paid, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I used to be a spreadsheet person. Excel spreadsheet, I would have it and I would do an actual versus projected. I didn't use any. I started with templates, but they didn't work for me, so I made my own because I've always handled the household finances. So, well, I handled it and projected it, but at the time when I was married, it was always difficult to manage that because I'm saying, okay, we don't need to do XYZ or we need to do XYZ. And there's another person with their own ideas about money and their own connections and thoughts. Some people are like, just spend it all. Some people want to hold on to money, like, and that's exhausting when you're the person actually budgeting everything or attempting to budget everything, and you have somebody who is like, spend it all. But from my understanding, I've known people who've been with people who are the complete opposite, and you know that makes people a little crazy as well. Before I get to this box, one more thing. So I had talked about this book. I reference this book quite often, actually, The Scent of Lemon and Rosemary by Rachel Henderson. So I didn't realize this. I'm going to say a funny story. Working with domestic magic with Hestia. So I'm a cottage witch. This is going to be right up my alley. Love this book. It's also another book simply written. I just like the way it even looks on the pages. Like I love this book. And I reference, like I said, I reference it quite often. I've taken things here that have inspired me and put them in my own cottage witch grimoire. But here's a funny story. So there, if you didn't know, there is, and I think, where did I see this? Somebody sent me a link on, hey, did you know there's going to be a free course on Hestia hosted by Rachel Henderson? I think if you go to her Instagram, I think there's information about it there as well. Llewellyn, I think is behind it, if I understand correctly. I forget. And I'm sorry I don't have the link, but you can look it up if you're interested. You want to read this book too. It's a good one. I like it. It's for the those who are a little bit more house witch, hearth witch, domestic witch, cottage witch. It definitely speaks to us. But she is going to be running the class. I'm going to take it this Sunday. So if you're interested, look it up. There's time. So I'll be there on Sunday. I'm quite excited actually, because I really like her. So you sign up, I click on the link, I put my email in, they're like, check your email. So eventually I didn't check it right away until the next day. And I was talking about this to someone else. I go to check it and I see on the email, oh, follow me on Instagram for Rachel Henderson. So I follow her. I go click on the link to Instagram. I was like, yeah, let me follow her, because I'm always trying to like tweak the algorithm so I see what I want to see. And, not stuff I don't really want to see. And she was following me on Instagram. So that was a fun moment for me. That really made me happy. I was like, yes, it's working in my favor. Things are working. That's great. That's what I wanted. So this witch's root box. So the theme of this box, it's a couple different things in here. But yeah, there's kind of, to me, it feels like a little hodgepodge of stuff in here. But let me get into, they always send you this letter with ridiculous, that's why I made sure I had glasses, small writing. We are held back by fear, fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of judgment. By the way, the fearless right. In a world where intuition is drowned out by the screaming of opinions and information that can be heard all around us, we fall into magic with a capital N. The overwhelming number of voices surrounding us can easily push us into a state of fear that holds us hostage, not permitting us to reach our goals or experience the wonders of the world. In this very personal collection, we call upon the very specific energies to help us walk the path of freedom, unbound by these nasty and frivolous bonds. It is during this wonderfully dark season that we break the chains of fear that bind us and reclaim our power. Magical items in this box are as follows. So we're going to get a butterfly pea flower. I'm trying to find, oh, here it is. Butterfly pea flower. That's what that is. Okay. I said flower. Yeah, the flower, duh. And then you have, let me put it aside so I don't get mixed up. Then there's a butterfly pea flower herbal grimoire artwork. Okay. Here we go. That's this. I do like this artwork. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. I do like when they send this, and this is like on a card. Well, no, it's paper. It's this piece of paper, y'all. So I've decided, I have a book. Of course, now I don't see where I put it, but anyway, I have a book. It's kind of blank that I'm going to keep these in, because I've been trying to figure out where am I going to keep this stuff, because I don't like having it loose. And I was like, this is probably a great herbal grimoire that I'm starting. I had already started something, so I should have just added to that binder. Yep, I already figured it out. Anyway, so there you go. So you get your artwork, and then it says, Kali Yantra's Fearlessness Pendant with cord made from fine pewter. Jewelry. Am I holding the right thing up? Yeah. So With fearlessness and power to transform, may new blessings today be born. So that's the inscription, and this is the other side. Isn't that nice? I think this is nice. So you get that in this box. And then you get the Kali Yantra Book of Shadows artwork. So I'll be adding this in as well. And this also said, with fearlessness and power to transform, may new blessings today be born. So this is great, especially if working with vision, imagery, sigil magic, that sort of stuff. This is probably really awesome for that. I haven't used it yet, so I'll let y'all know. The Chakra Rockstone bracelet with blue velvet drawstring pouch. They mean this. So this is the bracelet it comes with. I love this because I love the black, and then I love the colors. I think this is really nice. Anyway, so there's that. And by the way, this says to bring balance and a sense of wholeness to your day, we have included this bracelet for you to wear during rituals, meditations, and mundane tasks. So the bracelet has been created with red jasper, carnelian, yellow aventurine, green aventurine, sodalite, lapis, amethyst, and lava. Well, it doesn't say lava, it says lave rock, which can be anointing with very small amounts of magical oil if you wish. Anointed, but that's okay. Anyway, so then I have a nice little bag to do other stuff with. So that's nice. And then the Fearless Right, or hold on, let me jump ahead. Feeling Flower Herbal Tea with muslin bag, caffeine free. So this is the herbal tea. It's loose, which is fine. I can do loose teas. And this is the bag that it comes in, so you can use that with the tea. So that's cute, right? So I'm really looking forward to this tea. So Feeling Flower Herbal Tea. This sweet blend has been created with chamomile, rose petals, orange peel, oat straw, lemon balm, lavender, and stevia. I don't know about the stevia, but I'll give it a try. I don't like that. And I've tried, I don't like it. I don't like it, but we'll see. I'll give it a try. Maybe I will this time. The Fearless Right Magical Anointing Oil. So that would be this. And it has that same symbol on it as the necklace. So about the oil, we have created this magical anointing oil with the intention of breaking down the barriers of fear and anxiety. Oh, this is right on time. I can do some stuff with this. This special blend has been created to bring powerful surges of fearless energy to you and your magical tools. It can be useful to create a mantra for this specific oil, reciting it aloud before each use. So let's talk about what's in here. We have enchanted this oil with ylang ylang, jasmine, and rose oils, and have included hibiscus and blue cornflower herbs as well. Inside your oil, you'll find a small crystal chips of garnet, rose quartz, and clear quartz. We've also included a special mixture of our Clear Path Magical Anointed Oil from our personal cabinet of witchery into the mixture of this oil. The base of this oil is sunflower oil. Some might be more sensitive than others when in contact with the skin, external use only. So you're not going to put this on yourself, but let's give it a smell. Oh, it's definitely has a nice sweet aroma, perfumey, not perfumey, but it's nice, it's pleasant. It's reminding me of a perfume, and I just cannot remember what kind though. Musk Ritual Incense Sticks. So you get these. So far, this is a good amount of stuff, right? And I forgot how much I paid for this. It's less than $30. Because I know I want to start Inked Goddess Creations. I just have to get over there and actually sign up for the box. Oh, this is musk. They said it was musk, but this is the musk. This is I like that. So this smells good to me. So unmatched musk that is unmatched in its ability to clear negativity from any space. Musk is a traditional and ancient aroma that continues to be used for meditation and holistic health. Specifically, the smoke from musk incense carries away anxieties and heavy emotional loads, creating space for mental clarity and realignment. My mom used to burn this all the time coming up. And musk oil. We used to have a lot of oils, and girl, we living as witches. We out there living as witches. The next thing is the hand-rolled Heartfire mini beeswax candle. Spell candle, excuse me. So that's this. This doesn't really have a set, but it says, we have hand-rolled this Heartfire mini beeswax spell candle with the intention of increasing the energies of confidence within your space. You can deal with that. This is a wonderful candle to use during rituals or banishing and clearing. As the flame dances before you, visualize your heart bursting into a blue flame, unquenchable, filled with inspiration, hope, and excitement. So that's this one. What's your favorite incense fragrances? Musk. That is just like an old school memory. So when I smelled that, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that smells like kind of what my mom used to get. Sandalwood. Sandalwood is my favorite all time. Hands down, sandalwood. Actually, in the book that I'm writing right now, because I love it so much, that scent plays in the book as well. Smelling of sandalwood. It's like something in the dream realm, the ancestral realm with the character I'm doing. She'll smell the sandalwood, and it's like it's referencing some place she's been on the astral plane. But anyway, yeah, sandalwood is my favorite. What's yours? And then you get this personalized oracle reading. And it says here, we have meditated and selected a card from the Chakra Love deck to place inside your box. So mine is peace. And it says, in stillness, the answer will be revealed. So this is the back. And I think, did I keep those other cards? I was trying to keep them together. I don't know what I did with the card. I had it somewhere around here. I don't even know because I'm trying to keep them together. So I kept them on my desk, but apparently that's not working out for me. But yeah, so peace. Now, I'll tell you this. In stillness, the answer will be revealed. Very true. I have had to, I like rose and also frankincense. Rose, definitely, yes. I like rose. I have a cone incense. It's vanilla rose. It's from is it Takala? I forgot how to say the name of the brand. You can get it at Whole Foods. Well, you're not here in the United States. I don't know if you have a Whole Foods, but you get it at Whole Foods here. It is so potent. You can smell the vanilla. You can smell the rose. It's beautifully scented, and it really leaves a beautiful fragrance. It's very strong. So you definitely want to have a window open when you burn it, and make sure you're in a bigger space because it is strong, but it smells so good. That is definitely something like when I'm doing self-care, love work, when I'm doing anything where I kind of want to bring in some of that rose, and to me, vanilla is like neutral. It's, it's peaceful. It's relaxed. It's nothing forced. I kind of think like that when I'm burning that. And sometimes just for the vibes, like I'm not doing anything work related. For instance, writing some of the more spicy scenes in my book, I like to have something like that burning. Sandalwood as well because it fits the book, but definitely that vanilla rose. So rose, I don't know, it's something about that. So I like that too. So that's the box. I love the little paper this is what the box looks like when you get it. I love this. I love the packaging a lot. So this was everything in the Witch's Root box. I like the box. I like what I'm getting. It doesn't feel like I can't manage it. And they were able to provide the Persephone information last month, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm actually going to order a goddess box from Inked Goddess Creation. It's sitting in my cart. I meant to just do it. I'm going to do that when I'm done talking here, but I'm going to go ahead and actually hit the purchase button. And it's, everything, nothing is overly expensive, by the way. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be doing it. But look at this. Isn't this nice? I love this image. With fearlessness and power to transform, may new blessings today be born. Like, I like that. So this is perfect for me right now. I'm definitely doing some new things, and I've done really well at keeping fear and anxiety away. I've been doing very great because honestly, things have just been working out, and I just wake up every day. I was telling someone this recently. I just want to show this bracelet again. I was telling someone recently. I was like, you know, oh, this is cute. Well, it's cute. It's not just cute, but I like the energy that they're talking about as well. I'll do a smoke cleanse before I use it though. Same with the necklace. Just, people's hands been touching it, so I'll just do a smoke cleanse before I actually put it on me. And that artwork is really nice. I feel like I can do some stuff with this. I definitely will be working with this. But I was saying, one of the things that helps with anxiety for me right now, planning, planning. Yes, I know things don't always go as planned. Yes, I understand that there's other things that are at play, other people's will, other energies, past life stuff, all that. Like there's always something going on cosmically, astrologically, spiritually, that can kind of get in the way of my plans. But I'd rather have a plan than not. I'm okay with taking leaps, but I tend to take calculated steps in my leaps. I like to have things lined up as my eyelash keeps hitting the glasses. Anyway, I like to be educated about what the heck I'm leaping into. And I don't stay so caught up in planning and all that, or I'm very careful not to. I could, and not actually ever take the leap. So I don't do that. But I say all this to say, I was telling a friend, I am really being more mindful, and I'm really practicing being in the now, like living in the now, not thinking about, oh, because next year I'll do such and such, or next week when this comes in, or next month when so and so comes over. It's not that I don't look forward to things, because I do. It's just that because that's part of the planning, but I've already handled those things in the planning process. I like to live in the now. A better thing would be like people who constantly think about, and I used to be one of them. Oh, when I get paid on Friday, we get to do this, and you teach your kids that too, because you speak that, or your friend's spouse. When we get on Friday, we can finally do such and such. It's always something in the future, and what about right now? So I've been thinking a lot about this because this definitely affects the effectiveness of the spells that I cast, and honestly, even intuitive work that I do. So I'm in the now. I'm living in the here and now. It's important that I stay grounded in my current reality. Now, that sounds crazy to some people because they're like, what do you mean your reality? Well, my reality is what I make of it, not what it's perceived to be from someone from the outside. So in my reality, I am healthy. I am taken care of. I am free-spirited. I am a practicing witch, and I live amongst fairies, magical beings, elementals, house spirits. The dead speak to me, sometimes through me. I am a high priestess of a coven. I make content that I feel is relevant under the topic of majority witchcraft. I believe it's inspiring to people. And I have creative endeavors that are outlets for me to maintain being healthy, being positive, and being intuitive, and tapping into my intuition. So that is the reality I'm creating for me. I'm not getting into a topic about, well, what about what's, in your life right now? This, what's in my life right now is what I said. Because that's what I'm seeing. That's what it's not even about choosing to see. This is what I see. This is all around me. Are there other things at play? Yeah. But guess what? This is what's in my path. Like this is what I have put in place. So this is where a lot of my focus is. So this is my reality. So when I say I'm being present into my reality, that's sort of what I mean. That's my reality. That's what I'm present in. I can't constantly keep thinking about what's gonna happen, the money that might be coming in or is surely to come in. It doesn't mean I don't get excited and hopeful, or like I said, that I don't plan for it. But me planning for these things is the process. But once I've planned, I'm not in a constant thing of looking at my planner and thinking about it and, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, I can wait. It's gonna happen. What's happening right now? How do I feel right now? What am I experiencing in this moment? Especially once I start getting too much into that. Like, am I unsafe? Am I safe right now? Do I feel safe in the world and things that are happening in the world right now? Like, ask yourself, do you feel safe right now? Do you? Hopefully you do. And if so, just start working from there. That's your reality. I am safe. Listen, maybe something's going to change, but right now I'm safe. Are you fed? Have you been fed? Or your body, has it been fed? Are you thirsty? Okay, let's address that. These are the basic things. And then I work from like the very basic things to, do I want to be entertained? Am I being entertained? Is this pleasurable? Am I feeling feelings of pleasure around whatever I'm consuming or practicing or activity I'm in? Like those types of things. Like I'm in that moment thinking that more intentionally throughout the day. Now, when I'm like right now, I'm writing. So I'm not even in my world, I'm in someone else's world. And it's important that I'm in the moment. I'm in the moment. And whenever I have like kind of a future thought on what's going to happen, or I might want to, make a note about something that's going to be happening in the future for these characters, I make a note of it, but I stay in the present. So I'm acknowledging it. These thoughts are coming up, but I'm in the present. And I'm in this world, in these scenes, in my head, in real time, on dialogue and setting the tone and what's happening and where are we? I'm in that moment. I kind of have to be. Writing is helping me to be this way even more. I'm so happy that I'm back to that. But anyway, writing like that, I have no choice. I can't, if I'm constantly thinking about the future or what's the past, what's already been done, it's going to be hard to be in the present and be in a moment and write. The moments of every day are really important. Yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah, mate, are really important. Yeah. The moments of every day. I think about that. And one of the things I was saying is, for instance, I think about just the time I'm hanging out with my daughter. I live a real life Gilmore Girls situation over here, just to put it in perspective. Except she's not in high school. She's had some years on her, but that's basically what our life is like. We're like incredibly close. Like we eat together a lot. We order copious amounts of food sometimes. And we have a lot of shared interests, and yeah, and we both talk like rapid fire when we're talking together. So it's a good time, and our topics could go in any direction. So that's what it's like over here. And I have those moments where, if our schedules line up and we're both in a room at the same time, and we're having a moment, I stop. Like last night, that was definitely an issue. Or not an issue, a situation where we were doing that. We were waiting for a new release of a group that we both like. They released a new album, and we were both excited about it. And there was like a video, and then we wanted to listen to the album together, just sit in a room and listen to music. And I was just thinking, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is, I don't even want to say what I dreamed of, because I wouldn't even say that. I was like, I was just in a moment like, this is so freaking great. Like, look at my life. I was looking around. I'm surrounded by all this witchy stuff in my house. I got like Christmas decorations I'm going to put up, so it's a little messy. They're still in bins. So bins are in the middle of my living room. But never mind that. It's the promise of what's to come. But as this music plays and we're both like giggling and laughing and like having these, like breaking down the songs and making out their different voices. And oh my God, it was just so nice. And I just felt so happy. That was last night. And I felt so good. And I'm really not just speaking, like saying this stuff. Like I'm really intentionally taking these moments, that was a good moment. Now, to somebody else, maybe, we're like, oh, you were just listening to music. What's the big deal? And it's like, you're right. It's not a big deal, but I'm safe in my home, well fed, nourished, healthy, having a very great bond with my daughter, who's an adult now. And at one point, my son called. I was on cloud nine anyway, just rounded it out. If he was here, it would make it better. If he was here, he wouldn't like the music that we were listening to, so maybe it wouldn't, but you get my point. Yeah, I'm just like incredibly happy for those experiences. And like in the moment, I'm aware. Even now, sharing this stuff, I love being able to share this sort of stuff that I have, that I get, and talk it out, and give tips if I can, if you're interested in stuff like this. Like, I love this. And yeah, you said, sounds like you're living the dream. I am. It's my dream that I'm making into a reality. It can be however I want it to be. And here's the thing, if I had to, let me say, I don't want to say it like that. So if my life was set up a little different and I had other responsibilities, but let's say maybe one night a week I got to do this, I would still find that this pleasurable and wonderful, and yeah, I would still see it. I would want more, but yeah. Although lately it kind of feels like maybe we get to do this maybe twice a week, where we get to hang out twice, maybe three tops. We usually, she's full on in her career, so she doesn't have time like that to be hanging out with me all the time, and that's okay. And also, when she does have time, I might have a client or a coven meeting or ritual I'm doing or something, so schedules don't always align. So when it does, I'm very grateful, because I love that she likes hanging out with me. But just to recap, I got some stickers that I'm going to be using. Happy Planner Christmas stickers. I'm going to be definitely working with this because it's to me, it's the season. I know some people say it's not, but I'm already all in, and I can't contain myself. Then I'm just sharing, I got this budget planner for 2024, and I will be setting this up as well very shortly. And then just part one of my review, because this is a pretty thick book and it's a lot of information, The Witch's Way to Wealth. I'm really digging this book, and I can't wait to share more. The Rich Witch, a Witchy Money Vision board workbook. I think this can be beneficial if you're looking for something and maybe you don't want to go hunting for imagery. You can use this. Maybe the prompts are okay. You might write them in your own book, but just cut out the images in this book. I'm probably going to do that, I think. And then Seasons of the Witch Embog Oracle. I keep bumping into stuff. Embog Oracle. So I think these cards are absolutely stunning. I think they're unique. I love the imagery, but I'm a fan of their collection of cards, so I'm going to like it. Yeah, I'm going to like them all because I'm going to collect them all. So that's who I am. I've raised someone who does the same thing, except with like K-pop albums. If you know anything about this world, they don't just make a CD, like an album, or a CD, I should say. They don't just make that and you just buy that. That's it. It's like all these inserts, photo cards, posters. There's like colored photography book, and there's a different theme. So it's the same music, same CD, but it's different artwork. And they'll put like 4 or 5 different ones out. I've raised someone like her mother. She's a collector. So we want them all. We have to have them all. I don't care if it's the same CD. I want them all. So that's how she is. So it's nice that I'm not alone in this world, doing that. But listen, we exist. There's a lot of, collectors are, we're out here. But yeah, I'm going to buy all of them. It doesn't matter if I don't resonate with them. I have to have them. It's not an expensive thing to have. Like, listen, I could be running up some money elsewhere. So it's not that crazy. But I use my cards. Season of the Witch Lethal Oracle comes out May 7th. I know. I know. And I look forward to purchasing that one as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I love the Beltane cards. I think out of all of them, the Maybon is one of my favorites. I just love the artwork on there. It's so cozy. It just fits me. in my vibe, but Beltane is also my favorite as well. Yule, those Oracle cards, I feel like in a time of, of wanting light, they kind of um, lay me bare. When I do readings for like myself, sometimes those messages feel like so intense, and I'm like, all right, hold on, give me a break, give me a break, give me a break. You don't read me like this. But it's always helpful. Maybe I think I'm in a certain mindset come around Yule, and I kind of need that as well. The messages that I get from that deck, it hasn't led me astray. So I wouldn't say it's negative. It's just a little bit more in my face sometimes than I'm prepared for when I pull some of those cards. But that's okay. I feel like sometimes I really need those messages, so it works out. But that was everything. I'm looking around. That was everything, yeah, that I wanted to share with you guys, because I know I have a habit of like having things all over the place. Yeah, that was everything. I'm good. Okay. So next week we'll do part 2 of that book and any other goodies or something like that, because I'm already getting into Christmas mode. Also, I don't know why I keep pushing these up and it's hitting this eyelash. Oh, I got the fall season on. I wanted to have a little bit more going on today. um, I am in the process of trying to plan out my coven planner for 2024. It'll be undated, so it doesn't really matter, but my intention is to use it starting in 2024. And I'm like, I'm making something custom for myself. I'll share it if it works. I got to try it out first, see if it works, then I'll share it. But I'm like really getting into that, and I'll share it once I do. Season of the Witch Lammas Oracle comes out July 2nd. Yes. Yeah, I will have them all. Everyone they've made so far, I have them all. I have Beltane, Yule, Mabon, Imbolc. I think that's the only 4 they have right now, right? Yeah. Samhain, duh, and Samhain. I have that. I have those. So I will, thank you. I will continue to purchase them. Well, at least I get time in between and get my money together to buy more cards. But I love these cards so much. I love the way they look. I'm kind of excited because I'm going to start doing Yule readings as well. Using the cards for myself. So what I like to do is I pull some cards. I like to have some decks on my desk. So in the morning when I sit down and I pull up my daily planner, my goals planner, and I set up for the day on what I'm going to be doing. And I do this at least 5 out of the 7 days out of the week. And I look at my Cottage Witch planner and see what I've already kind of have scheduled that day. I also like to do a card pull, and I like to Witching Hour Oracle by her too. Oh, yeah. No, I left them in the other room. I was like, did I pull? I could have sworn I brought those cards in here. Where did I put I don't know. I had it in my hand. I don't know. I be doing stuff, and I don't even know where I'll be putting stuff. Anyway, like there's so much stuff around. I had to clean my desk again. But one of my coven sisters, I think it's the Witching Hour Oracle. Yeah, she got me those. They're around here somewhere. I don't know where, but she got me those. And I love that. Oh my God, I love that. I love those cards. I was doing some reading just for myself actually Wednesday as well. So yeah, I really like those cards. They're very nice as well. But yeah, that is all. So thanks so much for watching. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Friday. If again with the planning, witchy planning videos, we're going to start celebrating winter. I'm the core. I like, it's already November. I took my Halloween stuff down. I took it down like immediately, kind of like November 1st actually. And I didn't think I was going to do that, but I did. And I'm keeping some stuff up because I'm a witch and this is a witchy house, so it just makes sense. But I am really wanting to bring in elements of Yule. I'm ready for that, and with a little bit of the Christmas. So I'll be sharing that as well, and I'll probably start Christmas decorations, Yule decorations as well too. All right, so I'm done. All right, so y'all have a great day. Bye.